As an e-commerce brand, should I use human or AI generated UGC? Should I use one or the other or both? What does research show? In this video, I will be sharing some findings from LinkedIn, Superscale, and other reputable sources who have studied the data and come to some surprising conclusions. Before we talk about what the major problem can be for brands nowadays, let's quickly define what the difference is between AI and human-generated UGC. So AI UGC is content that looks like a real person made it, but it's created using artificial intelligence. So basically, it's a copy, it's an imitation of real human beings. Human UGC is content made by real people using a product usually filmed on their phone, sharing their genuine experience. Here are 5 common challenges when it comes to using human UGC. So the first one is high upfront creator cost. Typical UGC creators charge around $100 to $500 per video. Higher tier creators can charge around $500 to $2,000 per video, but there is never any guarantees, and you could end up as a brand paying $1,000 for a video that just completely flops. It's a sunk cost. You've essentially lost money. Second challenge is slow production speed. So you've got the back and forth between the brand and those human creators. There's scripts, revisions, reshoots. So you could miss a trend window. The product might die before the content actually goes live. The opportunity cost there could be quite high. There's also the challenge of limited testing volume. Budget usually allows for 3 to 5 creatives max. Of course, when a content creator is charging you hundreds of dollars for one single video, the budget will hit its limit at some point. There's also the challenge of inconsistent quality and messages. So you're using different content creators, you've got a different tone, different delivery, different skill. Let's not forget to mention usage rights and scaling limitations. Many content creators will charge extra for ads usage, so I'll do the video for you, but if you want to put my video in an ad for a longer period of time, I'm going to charge you more money. If you want to take my video and put it on your website as a course or in a report that you publish, I will charge you extra. Long-term use, licensing, something that I often discuss with brands I work with as well. So quite a few challenges on the human side, but let's look at the AI UGC side. What sort of common challenges brands face? You've got the challenge of lower trust and lower authenticity. Obviously, audiences are not stupid. They can tell a lot of the time when it's AI. There's also the creative fatigue. AI ads can burn out faster and users will recognize patterns. Your cost per ad will increase over time. Profitable ad works for a little while and then it fizzles out and you have to start again. It's easy to fall into low quality and poor positioning. You've got your time, tool costs, and ad testing, but you've got potentially weak creatives. Another challenge is weak storytelling and that emotional depth. With the market becoming more mature and realizing the difference between AI and human UGC, those little nuances, those little emotions, the variations in voice, tone, people are starting to pick up on that over time. Even though it may not feel like it because you're publishing a ton of different creatives, there is still that chance that you are going to end up burning a ton of money. Looking at the studies that have been done, how is AI generated content performing versus human generated content? With our findings broken down into 5 key points, let's look at it. AI UGC is winning on scale and early performance. So these are findings by Superscale and LinkedIn. And what's happening is studies have shown up to 350% higher engagement rates on TikTok campaigns are happening when it comes to AI generated content. So more and more people are engaging with it. But of course, that's going to happen because you're able to put out more content in a shorter space of time. AI content also generated 2.8 times more views and 3.5 times more shares versus human generated content, something that's been found by Superscale. And AI UGC achieved higher return on ad spend, 2.8 versus 2.3 compared to UGC that's done by human beings. So mobile apps using AI UGC, 63% increased likelihood of user installation after viewing content. AI UGC outperformed both traditional UGC and animation ads in budget efficiency. So we're looking at 46% lower cost per install when using AI UGC compared to up to 350% higher engagement rates on TikTok campaigns, 18.5% versus 5.3% for human UGC. Another finding we've got here, human UGC still wins where it matters most, money. Superscale again, UGC can increase conversions by 100% on product pages, whereas there's an 81% authenticity rating compared to 63% for AI. AI can be good, but it does not always stand up to the same sort of standard as human user generated content. AI gets attention, whereas humans then, you can look at those as close closing the sale because of that trust element. And the third finding, so data shows that UGC drives 60% of engagement on TikTok. AI UGC works on TikTok, but it only works when it looks indistinguishable from real creators. The TikTok algorithm prefers content that feels real, native, and relatable. TikTok absolutely hates content that feels like it's been taken from somewhere else. So what this tells me is as long as it feels real, native, and relatable, whether it's AI UGC or human UGC, the TikTok algorithm does not care. And the fourth finding, so AI UGC doesn't win because it's better, it wins because it increases your odds of finding a winner. So one experiment from these findings showed that AI ads weren't individually better, but they tested 134 variants versus 24 human ones. Basically, the higher volume, you're able to test more, you're able to fail more quickly and get to the winner quickly compared to human variations. We've also got this finding here from this individual on LinkedIn. He says, I uploaded just one product image into this tool right here, no prompts, no editing, no extra instructions. Within seconds, that single image turned into a short video ad, not just simple animation, but properly structured ad, created scenes, added emotion, transitions, and built a natural storytelling flow around the product. And the fifth finding here, you need to be careful when it comes to AI UGC and why some brands start scaling back. It basically looks like trust drops over time. So if you're using nothing but AI UGC, that's going to be part of your brand. And as soon as people see your brand, they're going to think AI. Whereas with human UGC, steady, slow, higher quality, higher authenticity, and so forth. And some campaigns will start strong, but from there, they could decline very quickly as well. This user on LinkedIn says we tested 100% AI generated UGC ads. Week 1, cost per ad dropped by 20%. Week 2, we had to pull the campaign. This was an experiment I did with a marketplace. They had one of the best ambassador programs. I've seen real people shooting high quality videos themselves. They were doing it really well. But like any company, the question eventually came up, why not cut costs where producing great content is expensive? So we ran the experiment. We took the pitches we knew were effective and recreated them with AI avatars. Same script, AI generated person, everything looked amazing except for one small detail, a slight mismatch in the lip sync. The campaign went live and first week results are great, 20% decrease in the cost. Everyone was excited. We don't have to pay ambassadors anymore. Then they checked the comments. I'll never buy from your company. Why would I trust you if you don't have the money to pay real people? So they had to take it down. As much as they were saving costs in ads, it's also about the conversion behind the ad. You want to get people buying from you. And if people are saying, we don't like your company because you're using AI and comments that don't align with your goals, do you take it down like they did here? Ultimately, why not go with both? Why not use AI to boost distribution and testing and then use human beings to boost conversion and still have that trust element? Human plus AI collaboration definitely outperforms both alone. If you're using one or the other, you've got a risk of not maximizing your upside, but none of that matters if you've got no clue what AI tools to use and how to get the best out of them, which is why the video on the screen, I walk you through the best AI tools that you can use specifically for e-commerce UGC content. I walk you through step by step how to use those tools and how to get the best out of them for your brand. I will see you in there.